Hello, everyone. For waiting. I'd like to welcome you all and thank for joining today. Now we will start KGAP Plus Day, Batch 6 Unveiling, hosted by ATL. I'm Makiko Tatsumi from Business Development Office of ATL. Yes, KGAP Plus is a global acceleration program hosted by ATL, and we are based on the Keihana Science City in the Kansai region of Japan. We ATL launched the program 2 years ago and just started the sixth cohort last 2 weeks ago. Yeah, today we are very happy to unveil our 16 startups. Yeah, they will showcase innovative products and service today to you to find potential partners in this 3-month program. Yeah, this session 1 is co-hosted our global partners, which the NRC Canada, which is the National Research Council of Canada, and Delegation General of Quebec in Tokyo, and Alberta, Japan office in Canada. Yeah, and Shinagawa Business Club. Yeah, and they are cooperated by the Embassy of Canada to Japan and the JETRO, Japan External Trade Organization. Thank you very much for your cooperation and the great support to us. Yeah, let's get started. First of all, I will introduce our program, KGAP Plus. Yes, KGAP Plus stands for Keihana Global Acceleration Program. We provide hands-on support for startups to secure POC and pilot test partners. There are two features to emphasize. First, we will help startups find partners with startup need-oriented. And the second, the startups participate in the program through our global partners. The 3-month program and conducted online currently. Criteria are very simple. Startups should have POC level product or service with strong motivation to extend business into Japan. Any sector is fine. 83% of 63 startups succeeded in finding partners and discussing a POC, and moreover, some of startups were able to conduct a joint POC. Let's look at the detail. KGAP Plus was launched by ATL in 2019 in Keihana Science City, one of the 2 science cities in Japan. ATL is a core institute of the science city, and we are boosting the global innovation ecosystem. The region is selected by Japanese Cabinet Office as a global startup city. Yeah, this is the ATL building. Yes, our initiatives are powered by Global Collaboration Network. We signed the MOU with the key innovation organizations in Barcelona, Israel, India, Canada, and New York City. Yeah, the total number of organizations or persons we have relationships with 619 so far. As for KGAP, we have worked together with Barcelona Activa in Spain, the public incubator, and Israel Innovation Authority, and for India, CII and NASCOM. And for Canada, National Research Council Canada, and for New York City, ERA, Entrepreneurs Roundtable Accelerator, the leading private accelerator in the New York City. And for Japan, JETRO. Yeah, and from Batch 5, Embassy of Finland, Business Finland, State of Bavaria in Japan, and Delegation General of Quebec in Tokyo started to send startups to us. And from Batch6, Innovation RCA in UK and Albert Japan office joined as well. Yeah, thanks to collaboration, 60 startups from 9 countries participated in the KGAP Plus so far. And KGAP Plus is diverse, not only countries, but also sectors. 15 sectors in batch 1 to 5. You see healthcare, medical, manufacturing, consulting, construction, security, robotics, and so on. These are examples of enterprises that collaborated with startups. Some companies don't want to show their names, so there are more actually. Remember, 83% of them succeeded in this finding startups, finding partners or discussing a POC, and moreover, some startups were able to conduct a joint POC with them. As for batch 5, last batch finished this month, we achieved 29 matching for 12 startups. Yeah, this shows the number of feedbacks and the insight obtained during the matching attempt. Yeah, 3 companies obtained 1 match and 3 insights. Yeah, during the matching, yeah, the 3 months. Even if there are no matches, but still, there were the startups got a lot of insight. These insights are very valuable for startups, we think. Yeah, based on these outcomes, Batch6 was launched 2 weeks ago. Startups recommended by our global partners were pre-screened, and the selection round were held in 6 regions. And selected startups given the intensive mentoring for the last 2 weeks. And today, we are happy to unveil the 16 startups. The startups will work on the finding partners until demo day in the mid-February. Yes, 60 startups won the tough selection process, and they come from 8 countries and 10 sectors today. Yes, the management team members are from ATL, and the coordinators from Keihan Nagakento Suishin Kiko and Kyoto Sangyo Nizu Ichi. And mentors came from industries, VC and banks, JETRO, local government, consulting firms, and so on. In addition to our partners and mentors, embassies in Tokyo, state government Japan offices, and the Japanese local government, etc., support us. Yeah, we are boosting a startup ecosystem in Japan through KGAP Plus program. Thank you very much for your attention. Please enjoy today's pitch event. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, let's move on to pitching. Okay, so the startups will give a pitch, and audience, please send your question and comment to the Q&A box on the Zoom window. You'll see the Q&A box, and then I will pick up the question, and the startups will answer on the spot. Okay, the first company is this fish from Canada, Vancouver. Eric, your turn.
Great, thank you very much. I'll just share my screen.
Yes.
How's that?
Great. Go ahead.
Great, thank you. Yep, my name's Eric Tam. I'm the co-founder and CEO of This Fish. So our mission is to drive profitability and sustainability with better data, digital, real-time, actionable. And we do this by providing software and artificial intelligence to the seafood processing sector. So seafood is the world's most globally traded protein. And Japan is the world's second largest market after the United States. The industry is massive, global, and complex. Yet the information systems running global supply chains is archaic. Most of the data is trapped on paper. But in such a complex industry with millions of fishing vessels and farms on one side, and then millions of restaurants and retailers on the other, where do you begin with digital transformation? Well, in the middle, there's about 50,000 seafood processors in the world. This, in my view, is the most critical node in the supply chain because it's the data bottleneck. And in Japan, there's about 8,500 seafood processors. And these companies face some challenges that are quite unique to Japan. These companies have faced declining demand per capita in terms of seafood consumption in Japan, declining productivity, which has resulted in much lower margins in the seafood sector, about 12% lower compared to the general food sector in Japan. So our solution to all these challenges is called This Fish Tally, software that enables seafood processors to digitize all their data in real time on the factory floor using IoT devices and tablet computers. Our software cuts the costs of data collection and management, enables real-time process control to better manage raw material costs, and strengthens compliance through electronic traceability. We've proven that we can solve many of the digitization challenges of the sector. And we're also pioneering artificial intelligence in the seafood sector. We've developed a new AI-enabled app, which is called a TallyBot, that we can embed throughout our software. And we can program TallyBot with standard algorithms to automate many processes in the factories, such as quality control checks or alerts. And we can also program it with machine learning algorithms for predictive analytics, like yield prediction. And we've embedded TallyBot throughout the application because we want to communicate to workers that TallyBot is like their little digital helper. I jokingly call it like the R2-D2 of seafood processing. We currently have 15 customers and 5 channel partners. We've proven that we can scale our technology across a global fragmented market. And how do we compare to the competition? Well, our Tally software is easier to customize and easier to use than the competition. We can scale from extremely small businesses up to very large factories with thousands of workers. And our software is also much quicker to implement than traditional software. And as I mentioned, we are also becoming one of the pioneers of AI in the industry. This year, we participated in Canada's Trade Accelerator for Japan, and we were also one of the winners of JETRO's Japan Society 5.0 Challenge. I'm also proud to announce that we're signing a channel partner agreement with a company in Hokkaido called Izo Kitchen. It's a food and technology company with deep roots in the seafood sector. And for the Accelerator program, what we're really looking for are channel partners such as systems integrators or resellers who could help us sell our technology in Japan. We're also looking for pilot projects or proof of concept with seafood companies. And we're opening up an investor round right now and are looking for investments of between $100,000 to $1 million. I'd also like to share with you this image of the village that I grew up in from the 1930s. It was about half Japanese at the time. Japanese Canadians have had a huge impact and influence over Canada's Pacific fisheries. In fact, this painting of my father's fishing vessel was built by Japanese boat builders in Vancouver in the 1950s. And I shared these images with you to show you that I really understand the importance of seafood to the culture and identity of Japan, just as been important for my own family. So we share a common history, And now I'd love to share a common future for sustainable seafood in Japan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eric. Wonderful. Yeah, we're waiting for a question. We got the question to you. This is a very interesting software. Have you built a barrier to entry for your business? For example, do you have a patent? If you have a barrier to entry, it's very attractive from investor view. Yeah. What's about your comment, Eric?
Yes. So we don't currently have a patent. However, a lot of the work that we're doing on artificial intelligence could potentially be patentable. I would say that most of the industry is not digitized. And once we, once we implement our software in the factories, we often integrate the software with the accounting software, with ERP, with hardware. So it's very difficult for a competitor to come along and push us out of the company, because companies basically integrate our software into the core business functions of their business. So that is sort of one of our barriers to entry. Is once we get into a company, it's very difficult for a competitor to come along and push us out.
Okay. Thank you for the answer and the question. Anybody have other question? Okay, no. Yeah, I have one question, Eric. You are targeting the seafood processing industries. In Japan, the size of the company you are targeting is a very different, big size and the small size. What size you are targeting very much?
Yeah, so our go-to-market strategy is first to target larger manufacturers and factories. Obviously, they generate more revenue. They also tend to be the more prestigious companies. So when we hit the big companies first, we know that many of the smaller companies will look to the larger companies as an example and follow. So our go-to-market strategy is really to focus on the larger factories, but our software is quite flexible, and we have some very small factories in Canada and the United States with literally only one or two workers on the software, versus our biggest customer is a large tuna cannery in Ecuador with over 2,000 workers in the factory and about 170 users on the software. So it's a very complex configuration for the big factory and a very simple one for the small factory.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much. So we're approaching the potential partner to you with the supported, yes, mentors. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, the second startup company is Dice Design from Quebec in Canada. Jean-Sébastien, over to you. Yes.
Yes.
3D printing, manufacturing industry. Okay.
Share my screen.
Yes.
You see it at full screen now?
Yeah, perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. Perfect. So, hi everyone. I am Jean-Sébastien Carrier, CEO and co-founder at Dice Design, a company from Montreal that designs, manufactures, and sells extrusion system, also called extrusion head for 3D printer. Now, I realize that extrusion head might be very abstract. Our products help turn this into this. So from a team of 4 co-founders, when we started the company in 2015, we're now 25 people. We started generating revenue 6 months after our founding, so our company has always been cash flow positive. This has not stopped us from raising $4 million so far in order to grow faster. Our products are now sold in over 25 countries, and we are used in multiple industries, such as transportation, medical, and manufacturing. We have a small footprint in Japan, thanks to a partnership with Mitsubishi Chemicals that's working on new polymers formulation for the medical industry that are optimized for our products, and G-Techno that's distributing our consumer products on the Japanese market. But Dice Design is a global player first and foremost, and trusted by over 20 manufacturers worldwide, mainly in North America and Europe, as well as many universities, research center, big corporation, or public organization that also choose our products to accelerate their project. So regarding our product, the extrusion system is a very technical component of every 3D printer that operates under the material extrusion family. It's the part of the printer that brings in the raw material, deposits it, and melts it through a nozzle. We do not make the 3D printer ourselves, but we manufacture and sell that component to printer manufacturers around the world. We developed so far 3 different offerings of extrusion system. The Pro Series for a desktop printer with a deposition rate of 100 grams per hour. The Typhoon, an industrial solution with a deposition rate of 1 kilogram per hour and often used for parts around half a cubic meter. And the Pulsar, a pellet extrusion system with a deposition rate of about 2.5 kilogram per hour and perfect for parts around a cubic meter and more. Dice Design has a unique offering. It's one of the few third-party origin OEM that makes these extrusion systems, and we're the only one that specializes in industrial system. So for manufacturers, choosing our products mean less R&D expenses, since they can opt for tried and true system, which also means faster time to market, and the increase in performance is something they can advertise. And for the user that use printer that integrates our products, for them it means that they have a faster print time, which means shorter lead time for the end parts, and also a reduced cost per part, as any printer now makes more parts. And our industrial design are compatible with any polymer on the market, enabling the use of engineering materials such as PEEK and ULTEM. And to better understand how our products improve a printer, here are some real-life numbers. As you can see, with our products, we're able to print more than 9 times faster, turning a 16-hour job into one that takes an hour and a half. And why is this important? Well, one of our customers, for example, makes prosthetics for war veterans in the US. With our products, a prosthesis that used to take him more than 30 hours to manufacture now takes less than 3 hours. This saves the hospital to which he sells the prosthetics $12,000 every time he sells one, just because the patient doesn't need to sleep at the hospital anymore. And that's the kind of use case our products are making possible for many customers and industries worldwide. I'm here today because I want to grow our company, and Japan, with its world-class manufacturing industry and its leaning for automation, is a good fit for us. But I am young and I have much to learn, and I am still a Canadian at heart. That is to say, I know very little of Japanese culture, the way of doing business, and even how to get started. A mentor would be much welcome, and even better if they can help us make meaningful connection. From a business perspective, I'm hoping we can strike a deal with a 3D printer or robotic arm manufacturer in the long term. And as a growing business, we'll have to raise money again in the future, so introduction to potential investor would also be welcome. So again, my name is Jean-Sébastien from Dice Design. We make extrusion systems that push the boundaries of additive manufacturing to make it viable for industrial application. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Great presentation, Jean-Sébastien. We're waiting the question. While waiting for the question, I know you prepared a video. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can show you a video.
Your video is easy to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here what you could see was the pellets-based extrusion system that's mounted on a printer of a customer, and we're doing a giant chess piece, so 2 foot tall chess piece for a trade show.
Yeah. Okay. And you got the 2 questions.
Yes.
The first one, can your product be attached to those of Japanese 3D printer manufacturers? Is it targeted to be installed in large printers instead of a small one?
Okay. Our products can be attached to any 3D printer as long as you have access to the firmware. So you need to change a few variables into the software. So if you can do that, we can help you to adapt our products to your but it means that generally we can adapt to about 80% of the printer on the market. And we're mostly for a large printer, but we also have customers that have very small printers, so 30 centimeters in all axis, and they choose our products because they can print a peak and all 10, for instance.
Okay, the next question. It's amazing that you can print 9 times faster. Yes, yes. Do you protect that technology with a patent?
Yes, we actually got our first patent 2 months ago. It's a Canadian patent, but the position for Japan, the US, and Europe are underway. So normally it's going to be a very well-defended worldwide patent. And we just raised a round recently, and we're planning to deposit more patent in the future again. So patent IP in general is something that we're very careful with.
Okay. Another question. Can you print both metal and polymer materials simulationally?
Okay. So far, our products are only able to print polymer, and the way we print metal is you have metal powder inside a polymer and you burn away the polymer afterwards. So this we're able to do, but we cannot print directly in metal.
Great. Thank you very much, Jean-Sebastian. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So move to the third company from Canada. Jim, it's your turn. Duraflex Solutions. Yes. Duraflex Solutions in the construction sector. Yeah. From Canada, but Jim is in the Phnom Penh in Cambodia at his work site. So Jim, please share your pitch slide.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's coming. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jim Jaworski. I'm the Managing Director of Duraflex Asia and the co-inventor of our product, Duraflex. We're a Canadian company that's based in Alberta. We own, produce, and distribute Duraflex, which is a cement admixture. It changes the way cement hydrates. Our formula is patent pending. It will always be patent pending because once a patent is granted, you have to disclose your formula. So we are continuously changing it and improving upon the formula. It's built of a naturally occurring mineralization, and it's virtually free of chlorides. We created Duraflex for the heavy civil construction industry to make it more cost-effective, respectful to the environment, and to be a best-case solution. Duraflex has been described by senior civil engineers in North America as a legacy contribution to the construction industry. And we firmly believe that it's a disruptive technology. We qualify as a green construction material under the Climate Infrastructure Protocol. what we do is our goal is to provide a best case environmentally friendly solution. We work with the public and private sector to minimize cost, time, and logistics while conserving valuable and limited natural resources. Our best case solution can save a minimum of 30% on civil infrastructure projects and roughly 10% on structural applications. We provide a better, more effective solution than conventional construction. We have the engineering to substantiate our claim. We prefer to engage with nationally accredited academic institutions and government, national government and local government design and engineering departments to ensure that we not only meet but exceed design requirements for public and private projects. We actively encourage and support knowledge transfer. Why we do it: profit, service, benefit to the industry and community as a whole. We are able to turn ordinary soil, regardless of composition, into a valuable construction material. We use only in situ soil, which is the local soil on the job site, and or marine clay or river mud. It's now unnecessary to exploit vital habitat and ecosystems such as riverbeds and looking for aggregates that destroy forests and those sorts of things to create gravel pits. No need anymore. The elimination of expensive aggregates and the reduction of carbon release are a contribution to the climate change protocol. Benefits of using our product are a higher load-bearing capacity. It's impermeable to water. There's a significant cost and time reduction for excavation and removal of unsuitable materials. Duraflex combines the base, subbase, and subgrade layers and creates a single impermeable flexible span. You don't need specialized construction equipment. Standard is fine. When you add Duraflex to cement for concrete, the concrete cures without cracking, even if you reduce the amount of cement in your design mix by 20%. We have proven success in marine reclamation and remediation. Our product cures without carbon gas released, and we have a proven reduction in cost for clients and increased margins for contractors. Savings that are shown are roughly 30%, but in actuality, they're well over 40, regardless of situation. This is a traditional road building design, and with the Duraflex mixture on top. This the photo on the left-hand side is a laneway that we just did in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So you can apply it quite late in the season. You can apply it up to or down to -6 degrees centigrade. Our proposals are collaboration with the nationally accredited engineering school to study the use of Duraflex in the Japanese construction industry, and also work towards creating design specifications that will be accepted by the government. We're looking for an exclusive distribution agreement arrangement with the national contractor that has a design, engineering, and heavy civil capability. We are looking also for an introduction to working relationships with Japan's extensive NGO network. Pretty much every country that I've worked in that could be described as an LDC has had some sort of introduction to a Japanese NGO, not unlike JICA. If the market proves itself out in domestic Japan, we would definitely engage in a potential partnership for a manufacturing blending facility. Duraflex is designed to reduce costs, save time, save the resource base, prevent CO2 release. It is a best case construction scenario. It's patent pending. We've got a commitment to blend in Asia, and it's virtually chloride free. Oops. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jim. Okay. Yeah, we are waiting for a question. Yeah. Yes, no coming yet. So, I have a question. Yeah, so Jim, your material, your product looks very amazing. So what is the difficulty? What is the hard point, weak point of your product?
Well, probably the only weak point with the product is that it's activated by humidity. So you have to be careful. It's activated by water, so you have to be careful managing it in very humid conditions. When we're mixing Duraflex into cement for concrete, we normally use water soluble bags and just throw the mixture into the cement truck as it's pouring. We have a very high chloride ion impermeability rate, which means that it adds a great deal of life to structural reinforcement, because there are free chlorides in concrete, but what that does is that inhibits them from attaching themselves to the rebar or whatever structural reinforcement's being used. So there's no shrink swell in the rebar, and you probably can extend your project life by 2 to 3 times.
Okay, you got a question from audience. Your product sounds good, but I cannot understand it well. Is your product in powder form? Do you mix your product with the cement, or do you mix it with the soil with cement? How to use it?
When our product's powder form, it's mixed with cement at a ratio of 2% of the weight of cement that's either going into the concrete or that's going into the soil. So the typical in the construction industry, our application is referred to soil cement with admixture. Engineers, when they're doing their design work for roads and highways and those sorts of things, will call for a stabilized base, a cement stabilized base with admixture. That's the proper terminology for an engineering design.
Okay, great, wonderful. Oh, got another question. How much does it improve the performance strength compared to conventional concrete?
Well, it probably improves the design life or the actual life of the surface by, I would say, at least 2.5 to 3 times. The one thing that it does, it actively does, is the impermeable layer closes off any capillary action that would occur in the concrete. So you don't get any hydraulic or hydrostatic pressure coming from underneath the road. So it protects your wear course. It virtually eliminates potholing, rutting, washboarding, those sorts of things, because folks don't realize that when a road starts to fall apart, it starts to fall apart from the underneath, not on top.
Thank you very much.
Pardon me, just as an add-on, the one other thing that it does is it prevents reflective cracking. So those long cracks that folks see in highways that have to be sealed with tar, those are cracks that are coming from underneath, where water has damaged the base and the subbase and the subgrade underneath the road.
Okay, thank you very much. Interesting material. Thank you very much, Jim.
You're welcome.
Okay, move to Japanese startups. Okay, the first Japanese startup is Gigamosra. Sawai-san, over to you. Yes?
Oh, hi.
Please share your screen. It's silk cultivation. New New silk cultivation. Okay, slideshow, please. Yes, perfect. Go ahead.
はい。ではよろしくお願いします。Good day. We are Gigamosura. Let me introduce our project. I, Sawai, planned next generation sericulture system while attending Kyoto University Business School. Now belong to ENEOS, the largest oil distributor in Japan. Mr. Ashizawa is the sixth generation of 150 years long established sericulture farmer. His father is a leading expert who received the medal, Prime Minister's Award, and so on. This is silkworm moth. We liken this to Mosura, a famous Japanese monster. Giga means billion. As the name suggests, we are ultimately aiming to raise billions of silkworms. To realize Giga Mosura, we need industrialization of sericulture by two steps. Step one is automation of sericulture by next generation sericulture system. Step two is super high efficiency by large scale and consolidating processes. We call it green complex. This is an overview of next generation sericulture system. It is composed of 6 processes, and you can sericulture and harvest cocoons without human intervention. We have already secured the elemental technologies required for each process. And now we are looking for R&D funds and partners to integrate and systematize them. One of our originality is a unique incubator called sericulture tube. And as shown in the photo on the upper right, cocoon is actually formed in a test tube resembling it. I show you one more element, that is artificial feed. In conventional sericulture, heavy labor is required. Harvesting a large amount of mulberry and giving it to silkworms 4 or 5 times a day, and totally over 100 times, because silkworms always need fresh mulberry. We have developed an artificial feed that can be fed once. It has already been used in various demonstration experiments. Step 2 is green complex. This is an example of coastal industrial complex, which has lots of tanks and many are no longer in use in the temper of decarbonization. Then we plan to reuse these as sericulture and silk reading factory. We can reduce the system's operating cost and reading cost by utilizing waste heat, water, CO2, existing pipeline, and so on. We calculate that one typical tank can raise 0.5 billion silkworms a year. In other words, using 2 tanks, we can achieve 1 gigamosura. Here, we will work with ENEOS. This is a photo of when I received the Excellence Award in the new business program of ENEOS. The center is the president of ENEOS, and the one on the right is me. Our target customers are mainly 4. One is silk fiber. By industrialization, it is possible to break through the current situation where developing countries with low labor costs have a price advantage. 2 is insect protein. It has a lower environmental impact than beef, pork, and chicken. FAO, in Japanese, 国連食糧農業機関, recommends it as a way to overcome the protein crisis that is feared on a global scale. 3 is antibody drugs that are cultivated in the body of silkworms. And 4 is carbon credit. With the cooperation of NARO, 農研機構, carbon credit by 1 gigamosular is 100,000 tons per year, equivalent to 2 large tankers. This is the end of presentation. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Sawai-san. Yeah, it's a very interesting idea. Okay, we're waiting for a question to you. No, yeah. Yeah, yes, you got the question. How much revenue can you expect to generate annually from the coupons and the price areas for the use by Gigamosular? I'm sorry, I don't know the pronunciation.
Chrysal means a pupa.
I see. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, revenue. That is depend on the scale of the factory, and also depend on the market. We will sell the silk and insect protein. So at this moment, regrettably, I cannot tell you the actual estimation or actual amount of revenue, but from now we will try to develop a prototype of this system. And at the next stage, of course, we will calculate the revenue and so on.
Yeah, the first step is to set up the POC, prototype. So, okay. Okay. I have a question. How long does it take to set up the POC?
Our system, to realize our system, it's possible to combine only a simple technologies. One is artificial feed, and one is still. Do I share PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll combine some technologies. One is artificial feed, and one is a spherical tube, as I introduced in the presentation. Of course, there are some other technologies. For example, hydroponics of mulberry, or utilization of algae. But anyway, all of them are simple technologies in Japanese. 枯れた技術の組み合わせでできます。It is possible to combine simple technologies. So I think it will not take so long time to develop a prototype. Maximum, maybe I can say 2 years is enough.
Okay. Yeah. One more question from the audience. You see the Q&A box. Yeah. Yes. The mass farming has often the risk of contamination. Do you need to use any additive? Additive and antibiotics or inhibitors in your production line?
Our system shall be, how can I say, just a moment. Aseptic, I don't know the exact English or not, but we will realize that we will make the sericulture or circumstance aseptic. I can say this is aseptic sericulture. So how can I say? This is a lower risk for the contamination.
Okay, thank you very much, Sawai-san. Okay. Yeah, please finish your screen sharing. Yes.
はい、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
Hi, thank you very much. Okay, the second Japanese company is iRobotics. Yeah, robotics, IoT sector. Saito-san.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
And can you see my screen?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, I can get started. Yes. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Kazunori Saito. I'm a co-founder of iRobotics. Today I'm going to talk about the infrastructure DX. So first of all, let's imagine a day in the life. There is a happy family here and a lot of happiness and smiles, but she's got a sudden strange call from a strange address, and she has some bad feeling. And the call says, your partner has fallen from scaffolding. Days of happiness are taken away all of a sudden. So this is actually happening a lot. So last year we have 20,000 serious accidents. This is the official government data of Japan. And out of 20,000, 191 fatal accidents. So there are 191 deaths, accidents. So according to Henrik's accident triangle, behind the one serious accident, there are a lot of more minor accidents and near misses. So based on this, if behind the serious accidents, 20,000, there are minor accidents of 600,000, and there are near misses of 6 million. This is actually happening in Japan right now. So there are root causes of this because Japanese infrastructure is all aging a lot. So those are built during the economic growth. So it's more than 40 years, and next 10 years it will become like a 50 years or 60 years even. And there is a lack of skilled engineers. The Japanese society is aging a lot. So also the people working on the top of scaffolding, 20 meters, 30 meters height, is more than like 60 years old. So the average is becoming like nearing to 70 years old right now. So this happens last month in the Wakayama prefecture. Water piping bridge suddenly collapsed. So because we wanted to stop this, I mean, this cannot happen in the third largest economic country in like Japan. We try to make those impossible to possible with ideas in robotics. We have a co-founder also, Ando. Ando is a creative technology producer, like a CTEC, it's a CES, the Japanese version of CES. And I'm doing like ambassador of Singularity University or Software Association of Japan. So we have been we are actually the serial entrepreneur. So we are doing the second round, business establishment. So we become the number one micro drone solution provider. Last year we conducted like 40 stations of Osaka Metro Station using micro drones, and this is a very good technologies. So this is a sample movie like we are using FPV drones and also very precise control technologies, and it was like 360 cameras, and going inside of like the behind the ceiling. And this is also the same in the plant. So this is flying over a lot of places like doing this. So this is actual drones and movies. So and we provided the Spider iRobots. It's a combination of drones and work machines, and also the local the ground level machines. And this has been accepted by Japan Steel, Nippon Steel, and we started the business with Nippon Steel doing this one. So they have a lot of places they want to paint the world with robots. They have been doing this one with scaffolding in the past, but they have a lot of problems with this one. So we wanted to solve the problem. So some people say we need a smart infrastructure, and some people say we have a digital twin or like a metaverse right now. So, but always we have technologies between them. One is digitalization of real data, and also we need always the simulation feedback like autonomous robots. So our business field is here. So there's a overall cynic theory here. So we are following this cynic theory, and actually what we are doing is like automation society, cybernation, or the optimization society. So our strengths, I mean, technological strengths has a lot of places like a precision machine control or data image analytics or hard soft integration. Those are the strengths right now, but technological strengths doesn't last much this time. So we are consolidating all the technologies and doing the digital transformation solutions. And we have 15 team members right now. 5 are located in Kansai area, and we have been collaborating with Rhizomatics. Rhizomatics has an entertainment technology group, and they have conducted, produced the handover ceremony for the Rio Olympics. So we are the flip side of Rhizomatics. We are using their technologies to industry right now. So our mission is here. We are trying to realize the human-centered DX in the future, but there is an easy way. We need to go through the steps. So we are in the step 1 and step 2 right now. Step 1 is robotics as a services, and step 2 we are making automation of those like robotics as a services. That's all. Thank you very much for giving me this time.
Thank you very much, Saito-san. Yeah, great presentation. Yes, we are waiting for a question to you. Yeah. No coming yet.
I was expecting that there are some patents under this one. So I prepared slides like we have one patent right now. It's we are remote control system, and we applied like 5 patents right now. But we want to accelerate those patents, strategy to global as well. Currently, we are doing that in Japan only.
Okay. Yeah. Good information. Question. You seem to be able to handle a lot of elemental technologies. Yeah. How long do you take in one project? Yeah, probably not very long.
Yeah, that's a really a good question. So because our company has a lot of like technological researchers, so we have a lot of technologies actually, but those are like all available technologies right now. So and we are also trying to develop our own technologies as well. But we listen to customers first, and we work with customers, and that's why we are focusing on billion-dollar companies only. So and trying to do a lot of like projects together. So and one project leads next projects always. So so that's how we are doing right now.
Yeah, I think the one of the your strengths is the capability of consulting. Yes. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Saito-san. Okay, the next company is Linearity. Lawson, state is yours. Please share your screen. Tao-san, it's your turn.
Thank you.
You are connecting two devices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer speaker is not good, so I try to use mobile phone together with.
Okay. Your sound is clear now.
Okay.
Yeah, linearity developing the linear model elevator. Yes. Okay, go
Hello.
ahead.
Yes. Thank you for your time. This is Shihong Lao of Linearity. We produce technology of linear motor elevator system. It will bring revolution to elevators and can change the landscape of the cities. So what is linear elevator? Traditionally, each elevator use a cable to lift the car, but we are developing a totally new type of elevator without cable. So this is a video. I show you. I show you the demo of our linear motor elevator. Seems the network is not so good. This is a elevator prototype built in Kyoto University. We use this linear motor. Then we can use this kind of linear motor elevator to build total new type of elevators. So typically, the building is just a block, straightforward. But with the linear motor, we can build a very different building. So next page, I show you some. So why linear motor elevator is good? There are three reasons. One is that we can build this kind of circle building. Without linear motor, we cannot build this kind of building. Another point is that the traditional elevator use a lot of space, but we can use linear motor elevator. In one shuttle, we can have multiple cars. So it makes elevator more efficient. The third one is that we can use linear elevator together with city transportation system. This is also a big good future of the linear motor elevator. So this picture shows a typical building in Tokyo. You see the red row are all elevators. About more than 40% of space are used by the elevators. This is a big wasted. We hope we can use multi-car elevator in one shuttle to reduce space for the elevator. This is a big benefit. So in the near future, we want to make a system which can be used for renewal market of old buildings. Especially in China, we found there are many buildings with not efficient, not enough elevators. So a lot of people waiting for the elevator at lunchtime. So we can use this kind of old building to replace those old elevators with multi-car linear motor elevator to make it efficient without change the whole building. In the long term, we hope our system will be used by these kind of landmark buildings. This is our dream. And also, our technology can also be used in such cases like jet coasters. It makes the coaster more attractive. We have several partners. We have elevator manufacturer and university, and also building companies as our partners. Our company was acknowledged as Class A certificate by Kyoto University. Our management team are mainly from Kyoto University. Experts, they are all experts of elevators for more than 20 years. This is our dream, and hope this kind of building will become true. We hope it can be seen in Japan and all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rao-san. Yeah, wow, beautiful. Okay, the question is not coming yet. Okay, yeah. Okay, you got the question. It's a very cool elevator. Will we be able to ride it at the Expo 2025? Wow, yeah, nice question.
Yes, I hope so. Currently, we are talking with designers and trying to find sponsors to make this elevator available at Expo 25.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I think you need a strong partnership to realize that, Expo 2025. So let's work together to find partners in the program. Okay, thank you very much, Rao-san.
Thank you.
Yeah, please finish your screen sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, the last company. Yeah, Easy Dialogue. Christoph, it's your turn. Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, hello. Okay, yeah, very international team, but a Japanese company. So stage is yours, please.
Thank you, Maki. Minasan, hajimemashite, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. I'm Christoph Neumann, CEO of Easy Dialogue, and Probably many of you were expecting to see another presentation on voice bots and chatbots, but this is about the super smart society, our vision for the future. The biggest challenge for this society is not connection. Everything is already connected. The biggest challenge is communication, because communication puts people together that are in need to talk to each other. We are suggesting to put this communication on a communication operating system, and for this communication operating system, we are proposing our product EasyBot. EasyBot is a communication standard that allows all the participants in the super smart society to communicate with each other, humans, machines, robots. EasyBot has already granted access to this digital society to American households, a nursing home in Kamakura, Japan, a hotel in Australia, Italian truck drivers who talk to their headquarters via EasyBot, a robot, an Android robot in Japan, actually at the ATR, and medical patients also in Japan. So if we say EasyBot is a communication operating system, it operates basically the same way Windows as OS defines files on a computer. EasyBot defines as a common standard for digital communication how to build and maintain voice and chatbots in order to get it super fast done in all languages, on all devices, with almost no footprint, maximum privacy, and self-learning improvement. So before, you had to decide on one single platform, Line, Alexa, Google, one single language to build your bot. This limited your options as a company. Now you can do all this with one single environment, build your EasyBot, and you have it ready on voice, on chat, in all languages. Before, you needed an external system integrator for building your bots. The IT and AI experts of this integrator know how to build a bot, but they don't know your company. That's why many bots look very generic and uninspiring today. EasyBot allows you, your salespeople, your support team to build bots themselves in-house in minutes, and your team can also update these bots very quickly. Before, the biggest problems of many bots from the user experience side was that they don't understand you because they only handle simple conversations. With EasyBot, complex conversations are also handled because they are transitioned to human experts in the background. And we are using all these conversations to continuously self-learn, so the bots are constantly improving in quality. The biggest blocker for companies with bots, though, is the cost and the time. Before, you needed 1 year to build a bot, and you needed to wait up to 9 months just to see a POC, how the bot looks like or what it does. With EasyBot, you build a bot in our interface and you get instantly a POC. You get an instant POC, and you just need a few more months to see how the product level bot will be. So you are probably all interested in this instant POC. I'm going to show you a video. This is our building interface. It is just a build interface where you input the conversations. A machine manufacturer support team, for example, inputs a typical customer support conversation, and you can already use this conversation in the PC browser as a chat bot to see if it worked out. And you see here in English, we are typing the questions that we have, and you see that the bot is already built. It answers your questions. So this is one way. You can also use the bot instantly in any other language, in any other platform. For example, here on the popular messenger platform Line in Japanese, you type the questions, you get the answers in Japanese. And finally, you will also be able to use your bot immediately as a voice bot. Please have a look.
Our grinding machine is not working.
Please tell me the serial number of the machine.
I hope you can all hear the answer.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you. Is your machine from type 8093?
So you saw you can build a bot in seconds and test it instantly. all the features that you saw, our proprietary IP, we have protected it by already 1 granted patent, and we have 6 more patents pending. Digital communication in super smart society is only accomplished by us. There is hundreds of companies that build voice and chatbots, but only we take you to the super smart society by checking all the boxes. We are fast, cheap, provide good user experience in voice chat and all languages. So we are an experienced young team of experts. Please talk to us in Japanese or in English. Nihongo demo zehi renraku shite kudasai. And we are expecting from this program to build together with you, not just a bot. We want you to join the super smart society with an easy bot in light speed. So let's build a pilot for your company, for your key industry in just 8 weeks that solves your digital communication pain points. We are looking especially for partners in industries that haven't been involved or barely involved with digital communications until now, like agriculture, cosmetics, real estate, and so on. And we are really going to sit down together with you, explore your pain points, and try to find a solution to make digital communication better for your employees, customers, or business partners. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christopher. Very prepared speech. Yes, you got the question. I like your idea that anyone can easily create and update a chatbot. Your target customer is a non-large scale entity, such as small scale hotels, inn and restaurant.
Yes, we have actually, we are targeting everybody because we think everybody should be part of the super smart society with digital communications. But as you see here, there is 30 million small and medium enterprises just in the US, and these smaller companies are especially in need of voice bots and chat bots, and they can't do it because until now it was too expensive, too tedious. We hope to establish template use cases for these companies so they can just build the bots themselves for a fraction of the costs until now.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yep. All right, Chris. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep. And you, yes. Okay. Fine. All right. The program came to an end. Thank you very much for sending many questions. Yeah, it will help the startups business development. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it and inspired. Yes, we believe that collaborating with startups boost enterprises business rapidly. So our 16 motivated startups will be working hard with us for the upcoming 3 months to explore such open-minded enterprises to make a partnership. So if you have any interest in our startups, please feel free to contact ATL. Yeah, you will see the contact email address when you close the Zoom window. Yeah, we are happy to connect you to the startups. Yeah, session 2 will start at 5 p.m. in Japan. So have a lunch and come back to the webinar again 5 p.m. So well, thank you very much for joining us today. Yeah, see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you.